Captain Elena Vasquez gripped the armrests of her command chair as the UES Prometheus shuddered through the final layers of the galactic boundary. For 3 months, her ship had been pushing beyond the outermost spiral arms of the Milky Way, into the vast emptiness that separated their home galaxy from the cosmic ocean beyond. "Boundary transition complete, Captain," announced Dr. Marcus Webb, the mission's chief physicist. His voice carried a mixture of triumph and barely contained anxiety. "We are now officially in intergalactic space." Elena looked around the bridge at her crew of 12, the bravest and most brilliant minds humanity had to offer. They had volunteered for a mission that might take them decades to complete, with no guarantee they would ever see Earth again. The Prometheus was humanity's first attempt to cross the galactic void, equipped with an experimental quantum drive that could theoretically sustain faster-than-light travel across the enormous distances between galaxies. "Long-range sensors are picking up something," reported Lieutenant Sarah Kim from the navigation station. "It's approximately 47 light-years ahead, but the readings are—" Elena frowned. "Unusual, how?" "The object appears to be artificial, Captain. Massive, but it's not reflecting our sensor beams normally. It's as if the very space around it is bent." Dr. Webb moved to the sensor array, his fingers dancing across the holographic displays. "Captain, this is impossible. The object is generating gravitational fields that shouldn't exist. It's creating stable space-time curvatures without any visible mass source. Could it be a natural phenomenon we don't understand?" Elena asked. "No," Webb replied firmly. "This is definitely artificial. And it's old, incredibly old. The quantum decay signatures suggest it's been here for billions of years." Elena made her decision. Set course for the anomaly. Maximum cautious approach. As the Prometheus drew closer over the following weeks, the true scope of the discovery became apparent. What they had initially detected as a single massive object was revealed to be a structure so vast it defied comprehension, a geometric lattice of interconnected platforms and spheres that stretched across light-years of space. "Captain," whispered Dr. Amara Okafor, the mission's xenobiologist, "I'm detecting energy patterns that suggest intelligence, active intelligence." The structure suddenly responded to their presence. Sections of the lattice began to glow with a soft, pulsing light that seemed to communicate in mathematical sequences. The Prometheus Universal Translator worked frantically to decode the patterns. It's trying to communicate," Sarah reported, her voice filled with wonder. "The patterns are mathematical proofs, scientific equations, artistic sequences. It's like a cosmic greeting card written in the language of the universe itself." Elena felt a chill run down her spine. How long would it take to build something like this? Millions of years, Dr. Webb calculated. Maybe longer. This represents a level of engineering that's beyond anything we can imagine. Whoever built this, they've transcended the limitations of biological existence. As if responding to their conversation, the structure began to change. Vast sections rotated and reconfigured, creating what appeared to be a docking bay sized for their small ship. A gentle tractor beam guided the Prometheus toward the opening. "Captain, I'm detecting an atmosphere forming in the docking bay," reported Chief Engineer Maria Santos. "Oxygen-nitrogen mixture, perfect for human respiration. Temperature and pressure adjusting to Earth normal levels." "How is that possible?" Elena demanded. "They're scanning us," Dr. Okafor realized. "Somehow analyzing our biology and creating an environment we can survive in. This level of technology. It's like magic." Elena made another decision that would echo through human history. "Prepare an away team. We're going aboard." 6 hours later, Elena found herself walking through corridors that seemed to stretch into infinity. The walls were made of a material that was simultaneously transparent and opaque, showing glimpses of vast chambers filled with swirling galaxies of light. Each step they took caused the floor to illuminate with symbols that her universal translator was slowly beginning to decipher. "Captain," Dr. Webb's voice was barely a whisper. "These symbols, they're not just mathematical. They're historical. This is a record of everything. Every civilization that has ever existed, every star that has ever burned, every thought that has ever been thought." They reached a central chamber where a figure waited for them, humanoid, but clearly not human. It was tall, ethereal, composed of what appeared to be crystallized light. When it spoke, the words formed directly in their minds. "Welcome, children of Earth," the entity communicated. "We have been waiting for you." Elena stepped forward, drawing upon every diplomatic protocol she had ever learned. "Who are you?" "We are the architects," came the reply. "We are what remains of the first civilization to achieve true transcendence. Billions of years ago, we spread across this universe, building, learning, growing. When we realized that biological existence was merely the first stage of consciousness, we evolved beyond physical form. But why are you here between the galaxies?" Elena asked. "Because this is where the real work happens," the architect explained. Images began forming in the air around them, galaxies being born, stars being guided into perfect formations, planets being carefully seeded with the conditions necessary for life. We tend the cosmic garden. We ensure that consciousness continues to evolve, that new forms of life have the opportunity to discover what we have discovered." Dr. Webb stared in amazement. You're gardeners. Cosmic gardeners. In a sense, yes. And you, humanity, represent something special. Your species has developed the rare combination of curiosity and cooperation necessary for the next phase of evolution. You have crossed the galactic boundary not for conquest, but for understanding. Elena felt the weight of the moment. "What happens now?" "Now you have a choice," the architect replied. "You can return to your galaxy with the knowledge that you are not alone, that consciousness exists on scales you cannot yet imagine. Or you can stay, and we will teach you to see the universe as we do, not as empty space between stars, but as a living entity, breathing with the rhythm of creation itself." Elena looked at her crew, seeing the same wonder and terror reflected in their faces. They had come seeking new worlds, and had instead found something that challenged the very nature of existence itself. "We need time to consider," she said. "Time," the architect replied with what might have been amusement, "is something we have in abundance." As the Prometheus crew contemplated a decision that would reshape humanity's understanding of its place in the cosmos, the vast structure continued its ancient work, tending to the space between galaxies, ensuring that somewhere among the stars, consciousness would continue its eternal journey toward transcendence.